Hi everybody and welcome back to another Legends of Runeterra video and gameplay. Today we have a deck called Cithria of the Dragons. I really wanted to create a Cithria of the Clouds deck with Dragons and Shyvana specifically, and I decided to pair her together with Renekton. We've got a lot of mid-range sort of units that we can use in this deck that work really well with Renekton and Shyvana. And the reason why that's important is because we want to also include Mobilize so that we can get reduction on these mid-range units and get them out earlier. So that sort of concept works really well together with Shyvana and Renekton. And most of the other spells and abilities and things that we have in the deck just work really well with the vulnerable synergy with Fury. Combat tricks such as single combat and concerted strike are there to help to level up Renekton and Shyvana. And we just got protection with things like Sharp Sight and Scrying Sand. So this is very much a mid-range list. So I mean, and is it the best Shyvana Renekton deck in the world? No, it's not, but I really like getting the bulky units with Cithria of the Clouds. And yeah, another thing, like Cithria of the Clouds, in case you guys don't know, like you guys should know by now, when I'm summoned, double other allies' power and health and grant them challenger. This is a 10 cost unit, an elite unit, so get some elite synergy in some other decks, not this one, but like she comes out so late, right? You have to kind of cheat her out. So most people, and the most efficient way to run her is in Shadow Isles with the Spectral Matron and being able to get her out earlier, but we can cheat her out a little bit with Mobilize in this particular deck. And like I said, we just got mid-range units. We reduce the price. We can fill up our board with these bulky units and protect them. Renekton and Shyvana both get really bulky once they level up. It's really hard to kind of take them out without combat tricks, and yeah, just Cithria is just going to be doubling their power and health and making it really hard for the enemies to deal with. So that is basically the name of the game. Get the late game, put down Cithria, control the enemy with Renekton and Shyvana in our concerted strike single combats, and with things like Bakai Sand Spinner and the Merciless Hunter, and just end up trying to get to late game, put out Cithria, and get these guys to be huge. I mean, as a concept out, like this sort of mid-range Demacia Shurima, it works okay. It does pretty well. I mean, is, like I said, not the best, but I certainly had a fun time playing it, and we do get some Cithria action, at least in one of the games. It's a little hard sometimes, like especially in the meta right now. Like games end super fast, just because either everyone's running Azir and Irelia, or just some sort of aggro deck, it seems like. And so getting to late game doesn't happen very often, and so either you win or the opponent wins, usually before turn 10, except on that rare occasion where you get her out and just have massive value from our Cithria. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. If you do, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and we will see you tomorrow. Thanks. Alright, we are going against Shyvana, Aurelian Soul, Garen, and Zoe. Adding the Garen to this one. Let's get rid of these two before pressing OK. I like Rock Hopper, Egghead Researcher, and Bakai Sand Spinner is okay now. I got a decent curve. And we've got 2 Egghead Researchers. Nice early game. Alright, and we may not have any way to take out this Zoe. Let's go Egghead Researcher or Preservarian. Alright, so it only takes us until turn 7 before we can block the Zoe. Perfect. Maybe turn 6 if we get lucky with do I care? Maybe turn 6 if we draw Mobilize. Turn 5 if we draw Eclipse Dragon. No, turn 5. You're playing for 5 mana. Right. We can't stop this. I'm pretty sure it's Bakai Sand Spinner. Alright, it's Renekton now. Renekton into potentially a single combat. If he plays something here, we definitely single combat. Puts him below Bastion. And we only take 1 damage from the Zoe. Yeah, we gotta go for this. This just can get out of hand way too quickly. Got a decent late game now. Let's play Rock Hopper. I'm gonna go Rock Hopper over Bakai Sand Spinner just because this puts so much pressure on him. Like, he can't really play Garen if he has it. I don't know that he does, but if he does, you know, he can't play it. And I think we may just attack with Mr. Rock Hopper now. Tells me he's got a dragon. If he wants to waste a Bastion, that is fine. Okay. We can deal with that. I think he's got a Shyvana.
I am more
Observe the price of ambition.
I demand satisfaction! Aha!
Interesting. There's our Shyvana. This guy's got a lot more cards than I do. I gotta get the late game if I have any hope of beating this guy. And the late game, like, my power move is Cithria of the Clouds, so we have to pull that if we want to win. I don't think that we're going to be able to if we don't pull that. And I think this turn I'm just gonna play Eclipse Dragon. It's a huge card.
Fall to pieces.
And their opponent surrenders. Alright. I'm actually surprised that he didn't keep going. I don't know what he's got there. Why, like, I guess he just doesn't have enough to save his Shyvana or whatever. But I don't think he should have surrendered because my hand was a lot more limited than his was. Maybe he doesn't know that, but he's got a lot more cards. He still has like a super cool star chart. Like, that alone could you know, switch the game around. So I don't know. I think that was a little bit early for a surrender personally. Okay, we are going against Vlad and Braum in very likely what is a Scar Grounds deck. Actually, I really like this opening hand. Really good curve here. Really good curve. And so we're going to keep it. I'm not going to tempt fate into giving me something worse. So, good for us, right? That sucks a little bit.
I'm something of an aspiring ecologist.
Alright, turn 4 dragon. So we got turn 5 play. We're into playing Shyvana. Let's actually pass here. I don't mind passing. This could be a Scargrants play. We could take out this Crimson Disciple. Yeah.
We love it when they
Providing that he does not have
That's right.
a like Survivor.
At all.
Which, I mean, they don't usually, but you never know. Alright, so if we can make it to turn 10 with a fairly healthy board state, we may be able to make use of this Cithria. So let's go ahead. Do we want Shyvana or do we want White Flame Protector? I think we go with Shyvana. I think this is fine. We may just end up blocking with Merciless Hunter here. So that tells us that he doesn't have a lot. And we may be able to actually play Rockhopper here. Yeah, let's play Rockhopper.
Would you look at this
This
place?
could make his play here potentially interesting. If he's got like Vlad or something, right? He's going to be a little bit nervous to put Vlad down because of his Roiling Sands. And we can use double transfusion potentially to... Well, do I even want? I mean, I guess we kind of have to, don't we?
Wrap 'em up tight.
Yeah, we're going to attack here. I'm sure he's got Vlad. And we're going to attack with everything. Deal as much damage as we can. And try to curve out here a little bit. So that's fine. I imagine we see Vlad, right? Why would he not play it? Why intervene? Okay. It kills most of my... Well, no, just 2 of my units. Guess we're fine with that. Alright, we do have ways to protect our units. Arcane is a Trialist, that's interesting. So we play Cithria the Bolt here, which actually blocks into this guy really well. And, I mean, I think we just play Sharp Sight and try to kill this thing. He can't use Transfusion because he doesn't have a unit to use it on. That's fine. I'm okay with him doing that. That's perfectly fine. Yeah, that's all he can use. Alright, so we're in a pretty good position here, actually. We can use... So, actually, let's go Rockhopper again. And that leaves me susceptible to, Alright, we're gonna play White Flame Protector first. Playing the Rockhopper leaves me really susceptible to Ice Shard. And Avalanche. But, I'm gonna go like this. I don't really care about the Egghead Researcher dying. And maybe he's got... I mean, he was resistant, right? I don't think there's any reason not to. Big hits there.
Let me
Crimson
show you
Disciple
what I
coming
can
out
do.
as well, and I'm going to pass, I believe. I don't really want to play Rockhopper quite yet. Merciless Hunter's good. We got 2 rounds until we can play Cithria, Lady of Clouds. He's 1 health away from losing. But I mean, that's still 1 health, so... This Concerted Strike actually hurts us a little bit. So Merciless Hunter here.
Gonna find a gift for
I think we need to
Renekton,
try to kill this thing off.
Rhoda.
If we can.
Weak in fire.
Why do it before that? How much damage is that? We got a safety block.
You're dead meat.
We got the safety block here. That first. And we still have the ability to react to single combat. So this is fine. Man, I really want to play Cithria this game. It doesn't look like I'm going to be able to. He's happy for us. Look how happy he is.
Nothing stands in our way.
He could get Noxing Guillotine. Yeah. Happy birthday, everybody. Kill himself, I guess. Kind of funny. Yeah, Ice Shard at that point. Yeah. Couldn't play it because it was suicide. Yeah, I wanted to do Cithria, Lady of Clouds. I'm actually surprised how easily we handled that particular deck. Like, I don't know that we necessarily counter it, but yeah, I'm happy. Alright, we are going against an elite deck with Jarvan and Garen. Maybe they will have their own Cithria, Lady of the Clouds, or whatever. Alright, let's get rid of one Merciless. Actually, you know what? We are going to keep both Merciless Hunters. This actually synergizes pretty well with Renekton. I'm also going to keep Scrying Sands, because we like the extra protection that is going to grant us as well. And let's hope he doesn't have a crazy amount of early game, because we didn't mulligan any of our cards. We have no early game cards really in our hand. Well, early game. I guess 3's early game enough. Oh boy. What's he got? Vanguard Redeemer. We need to take this guy out before we put that as Bannerman. That's going to be problematic. Alright, so let's go Merciless Hunter. I think we actually want to use it on Cithria Cloudfield because damaging a tough unit actually reduces the amount of damage by 1 that our Renekton does. And let's hope he doesn't have Bannerman. That's looking really suck if he's got Bannerman.
Renekton, I found something
You have
special
Sharp
for
Sight.
you.
If it bleeds,
Okay,
it's
good.
special.
Doesn't look like he's got it.
That's
We're
right.
just gonna take this best that we can here. We're outside of a outside the range of
Stand strong.
make sure she lives. This is a positive trade for us. I don't yeah, we're gonna skip here. I don't think it's worth taking another Mobilize, and we definitely don't need more Cithrias at this point. See who's got Garen. Interesting.
Observe the price of ambition.
Let's reduce this guy's damage by 1. Need a Sharp Sight here. Force him to trade his own, but he has used 1 Sharp Sight already. Could also potentially force out a single combat or something, which we're happy trading. So he levels up if he doesn't have anything here. Okay. Perfect. And he gets 3 of his health back each round now, which is great. So we're good attacking here. Really good attacking, I think. Just open attacking. He can't block the Merciless Hunter. This unit is now an 8-5. Makes it really difficult for him to do anything against it
Steel protects me.
with the 2 units that he has available. Oh man, I'm actually really surprised he does not block the Renekton. That's 3 extra damage that he took. We're turn 6, so the earliest I'm going to be able to get this Cithria out at the moment is going to be turn 9. 3 rounds, and this guy's got quite a few cards here. I wonder if he has... Honestly, I think we gotta go like this. I'm worried he's got Jarvan. It really doesn't help us reducing that guy's damage. Not a whole lot. I honestly think we just mobilize here. I'm thinking that he has a Jarvan.
Right out.
I'll turn the tide.
No quarter.
And that was just based on kind of how he was using his cards at the end there. So let's go ahead and use Sharp Sight. Potentially try to save this guy, force him to use a spell. We've got a backup Renekton if he has a way to take this guy out, but like, this is fine. Let's just hope he doesn't have a rally. So we go Bakai Sand Spinner here, it's fine. And I think this is okay. Actually, I like this too.
Arda's gonna make a meal of 'em.
We can win the game. And in fact, we want to go like this, don't we? I think we want to attack like this. Alright, we just get the win, straight off. Okay. The reason why I'm attacking like that is because it spreads out my damage a little bit better. So I'm still getting the overwhelm damage with Renekton. I still get like a free hit with one of my units, and then I'm taking out the Jarvan. So I'm just trying to spread out my damage as wide as possible. And then we still had Renekton's champion spell. I forget what it is, Butcher of the Sands or something. But yeah, just spread out my damage. Even though like Renekton, you know, kind of seems like a unit that you want to have a free hit, I think spreading there is a little bit more important. Alright, we're going against a Zilean and Kindred deck. Shadow Isle Shurima Slay deck, probably. More of a Zilean support is what I'm going to be guessing here. Let's get rid of Cithria. I'm going to keep Egghead and Merciless Hunter, and we get double Sharp Sight, which is interesting. This Merciless Hunter is really good for Zilean. And they should be searching pretty aggressively for the Zilean. Double Egghead. Oh, I'm cool with that. We actually kind of like that. Oh, we got a really good curve now.
The more we learn, the less we fear.
Ooh, really good curve.
I'll follow where I
Make sure to
can.
attack here and not accidentally forget to deal damage. And he puts down Zilean. My goodness, we just got 3, 4, 5, 6 all in a row.
Find a gift for Renekton. Right, Arda?
Let's put down second Egghead Researcher then. We're going to use Sharp Sight. We want to try to kill this Merciless
Wrap 'em
Hunter.
up tight.
Definitely worth it. He can't kill us, we kill him, force him to use a spell, and a lot of these guys don't have like damaging spells, so alright, he does. That's okay. We still, it's pretty good value for us because we still kill him.
Hunt down.
It's not like this is a Nasus deck either, so it's not awful value. We got another Egghead Researcher. I'm gonna pass here. He burns more mana than I do. We want to use the Bakai Sand Spinner on something crazy. Yeah, it's not the best. That could have been better.
Arda's gonna make a meal of 'em.
Reason why we're doing this is because I just want to get 4 damage on him. Yeah, and force him to play something here. Pretty good value. And let's see if he's got Kindred. Right, don't really care. Let's just go Screeching Dragon here. Really good value with this. Okay.
Gotta find a gift for Renekton. Right,
Alright,
Arda?
well he's already attacked. Do we just open attack here?
We'll
We just open attack here. We force him again to play something. We got sharp side back up. If he's got anything too crazy. Sharp side now. You don't want to trade into these slays like this. Pretty good. Could potentially force him to use a vengeance here, which would be even better. Alright, so he just decides to kill his own unit. And he is now down. I mean, I'm fine with that, really. He does get the draw, but like our unit stays healthy, which we like. And we're just going to put out ACAD Researcher here. This looks like it's going to turn into a pretty late game. So one thing that could be potentially bad here is if he's got Ruination.
The more we learn, the less we fear.
That would completely wreck my Cithria. Does he have all three? Alright, I was about to say, if he had all three of those, that'd be pretty insane. I don't have any spells either.
I've seen the future, and I know my path.
Alright, so that's not very good for him. We may just go Stalking Broodmother here. It's going to be really hard for him to deal with this card. I'm just going to go Stalking Broodmother. So I'm just going to be completely efficient with my mana. None of these other cards are going to allow me to play anything else. So we're fine, I think, just doing this. And I'm just going to attack here with the Scout mechanic right off the bat. See if he's got anything here. So that does two things, right? So this kind of allows me a free attack. Take out a unit. Second thing it does is kind of fish for a Ruination if he's got it. So I'm kind of not wanting to develop anything else here. That could be very
Wrap 'em up tight.
bad for me. So I think we are just going to go like this. It's a lot of damage. He's going to have to block here.
I've seen it all.
It's fine. Just need him to play another card here in case he does have Ruination.
Never one.
Without the other.
We got Kai Sand Spinner. So this serves a function. The function being that this guy's vulnerable and he cannot kill it. And in fact, we may even lower it further. I don't know. I'm going to hold off. Don't want to overdevelop here and overcommit. And be burned. So let's start off with Preservarian.
The other.
Thing. I was really hoping that I would get a I was really hoping for a
Its heart beats fast now.
It knows.
what do we want now? I think we go into Viola's Vox here. Biggest stat line. Connection doesn't matter a whole lot. Could also big stat line. So I think we just go Cithria.
Show them what we're made of.
Got Scrying Sands. It's going to be very unlikely. This guy's got a way to boost his attack by 2. And I could actually see him just smart. Alright, so Cithria's coming out. Let's hope he doesn't have Ruination. But yeah, we get this double attack with the Stalking Broodmother, which is pretty cool.
We can always rely on you to keep us safe.
So we know that he saw a Kahiri. Perfect.
Find your target.
We pull here because everybody else gets fearsome. He's only got one fearsome blocker, so yeah. There we go. Cool. Finally got Cithria of the Clouds for a win there. That's pretty cool. I was worried for a second he was gonna have a full set of like go hard and then pack your bags or whatever. That would have sucked. He had two of them like all in one round, so I was like, oh gosh, he had all three of them. Anyway, yeah, pretty cool there. Nothing he could do once we had both Cithrias out. Double Cithria win there, which is pretty cool.